Hello everyone, welcome to another lab. In this lab, we are going to manage IaaS virtual machine, just VMS in Azure that run Windows Server. If you are following the series of this lab that we already discussed, at least two more lab that focus on virtualization or cloud concept, you already aware of how virtualization and how we move to the cloud, which is come from the concept of virtualization. That means that you don't really have to use the hardware, the actual hardware, but you use that concept in cloud, which means the server that is located in different location. So the scenario on this is, say you are the network administrator for your company. You have decided to begin the configuration of Azure to help manage your network. As part of this setup, you need to create virtual server in Azure. That's what we are going to do. In this lab, your task is to create an Azure virtual machine using the following information. All right. So let's start with what have been given for us. It said the virtual machine type is Azure virtual machine. All right, how we can get there. So as you see here, there's the create the resource and backup resource, and the virtual machine option is up here as well. Can we start with this? Yes, I think so. So we can just offer over here, and then we got the option to create. So this option is not going to be work as you see here. So if we click on it, this is not stimulated. So how about this? Can we create here? Yes. So we just click on the resource, and then we can able to see the different resource that listed up here. So from there, we can create the virtual machine, which is up here is a create. Okay. So the subscription name, project, corporate net, production. So that's what we are looking for. Not development, but the subscription method is the production. Resource group name. The resource group name is CorpNet Cloud, which is already selected for us, and then we can keep that up there. Then in instance detail, the virtual machine name is Corp Cloud 1. So that's the virtual machine. We have to put that in there, Corp Cloud 1. All right, that match Corp Net. It's not just Corp. The resource group is Corp Net Cloud, and the virtual machine is Corp Cloud 1. That's right. All right, so the region is USA West, US 2. So the region is, again, as I already mentioned, when we talk about cloud, the cloud is not just something that reside in the cloud. That's not the case. It's the hardware, or like so many different type of server that located maybe in database or wherever they put somewhere in other location, which is really powerful and have a lot of resource. You just rent it and then you access through the internet. So that's the idea. That's why this location is in USA West, USA 2, because there's two places in West. All right, so that's the region. It's not Asia Pacific, so we have to look for, or we can type it, maybe, or we can go through. Why not? Instead of East, we are looking for West 2. It's right there. And then image is what we are going to install. That is just the same thing what we actually do with when we are doing through the virtualization that we do on the VMware. or maybe on VirtualBox. So the same thing, we have to select the image. That image should be Windows Server 2022 Data Center Azure Edition Generation 2. That looks right. So we don't have to select the different one. It's already selected for us. Okay. All right. That seems correct. And then we can move on. Size. So Azure spot distance, that's not, it wasn't say anything, so we don't do anything. So the size is standard D4. It's not DSV something. So that is something that we are looking for. DS4. That should be what it is. Okay. D4S, V3, 4, vCPU. And what that's 16 gigabyte memory. This is 324, 27 per month. That's a lot of money. So, but this is just the lab. We don't really have to worry about that. All right. With that, we can move into administrative account. So the username is corp admin, and the password, the corp admin, and the password is corp, and the other password is PW0RD. And then we have to confirm that corp, and that's W0RD. Okay. All right, doing that, and this is the disk option. So where is the disk option? So we don't really, it doesn't mention anything about inbound port number. So the public port that is allowed select, I think it already moving on. The disk option is set. Where's the disk option? So this is the password. I think before we move to the disk option. So this is already selected. This is already selected. The license, would you like to use the existing Windows Server license? I think we just have to move to the next page because it doesn't mention anything. So for disk option, we have to select the standard HDD, just hard drive. So that's what we need to do. And make sure that the delete with VM box is selected. Delete with VM. All right, that one is selected. So we have to make sure that and use the default network parameter that maybe if we move to the network, so that's what we are going to see. And then we just accept as default is given to us. So you don't have to worry about that because the green light is already given. Okay, to create. So that's something that if you wasn't understand the way we did, so that's another way that you can able to do. All right, I think with that we can able to hit review and create if there's no any error. So, all right, validation pass. So we just hit create. Okay. All right, as you are seeing, your deployment is complete. All right, so that is successful. All right, with that, we can score our lab. very much. We don't really recommend it to open and see anything. Hopefully, maybe we'll see in another lab. But for this lab, I think that is the only thing you need to do. So let it score and see what the result. Great. As we do all the time, we are successfully score 100%. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel in order to get more video to come. If you already did, thank you so much. See you in next lab.